Hey guys, this is the Staff Sarge doing my first Let's Play. This one is of Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries, which is a rather fun game that, I enjoy. If you're a Battletech fanatic, you probably already know about it, and you also know why it sucks. Okay, sucks is a little bit of a strong word for this. It's not so much that it sucks, it's just that it's not as good as the previous games, specifically Mechwarrior 2, Mechwarrior 2 Mercs, and Mechwarrior 3. The third one is the best of the whole lot. Now, Mechwarrior 4 Mercs is a continuation. It's a standalone expansion of Mechwarrior 4, and it improves on it a fair bit. Like Mechwarrior 4 I didn't find all that interesting, but Mercenaries, I play it a fair bit and I really enjoy it.
I was 27 the year the FedCom Civil War reached the boiling point. The media saw us as young gods, lords of war, striding the battlefield in our engines of destruction.
Yep, in AD 3060, war were declared.
The holovids captured our stories and spun them to the masses. For some, it was a time of terrible sacrifice and loss. For others, it was a time of great opportunity.
So, a nice introduction that doesn't really tell you anything about the game. That's just fantastic, isn't it? Like I said, Mechwarrior 4 is not the best of the series. Vengeance, which was the original Mechwarrior 4, that had a fair few issues and was just bland. Mercenaries, though, it is a fun game, and I'll be showing you that. So, to kick things off in Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries, you need to have a mercenary company, which is really just what you want your guy to be named, the company name, and the mercenary outfit you're with, which can affect your starting equipment, what equipment you get, the money you're paid. Not really all that much, but it adds a little bit of depth. So, here's what we got for mercenaries. First of all, we got the Kellhounds. They're probably the most well-known of the mercenary units. They're very, very diverse. They're very well spread across the entire inner sphere, and because of that they get better than average equipment and some access to clan attack from the get-go. So that's always handy. Clan attack is some of the best you'll get in the game. Now the Grey Death Legion, they made a name for themselves by finding lost tech. Now lost tech is ancient technology from hundreds of years ago, when the Star League was around. That was a big, kind of Star Trek Federation kind of thing. So they get better starting money and access to this lost tech, which is really powerful. But it does have some drawbacks, and I personally prefer clan attack over lost tech. That's just me. Now the Northwind Highlanders, I honestly don't know all that much about. So just going from the name, I mean they're Highlanders. What more do you need? They get a higher rate of pay than average for all missions they complete. So if you want to make sure you're earning money every mission, I suppose run with them. And then finally the Wolf's Dragoons. Go with these guys for two reasons. As you can see, I've gone with them. Go with them for two reasons. First one is they start off with clan attack. So their starting mechs are all clan light mechs. They get access to clan weaponry from the get-go. The other reason is because they're freaking Wolves Dragoons. If you know anything about the lore, the clan Wolf is the closest that the clanners have to an anti-villain. In fact, they're almost an anti-hero kind of thing. I might be getting mixed up with my terms. Anyway, they're close to good guys. Like they're the antagonists, but they're not really all that bad. And Wolf's Dragoons are the mercenary. They were a recon team sent to the inner sphere to scout them out, and to facilitate that, they became Mercs. But enough of all that. We're going with the Kellhounds. So set a veteran because I'm hardcore. Pilot is Ramirez because he does everything. And Guardians of Thessalonica. And that's not going to fit. Shit. Thessalonica Guardians. There we go. 10 internet points to anyone who gets the reference. And that's really all you need to do. I mean, that's what will show up during the campaign as just being your name. Now, as you can see, it's Mechwarrior 4 Mercs with the Mech Tech pack, which means we get all kinds of fancy gear. Fancy newly added weapons, mech chases, all that.
Welcome to the command center.
And here's Castle.
The first step in securing a contract is the Star System Overview. From there, you can view contracts available in each system. Once you travel to a star system, you can click on the Orbital View button to see more details about the contracts available. The free market allows you to buy or sell mechs and armaments and hire new lancemates. The Mech Lab allows you to modify the loadouts of your mechs.
Okay, so that's all pretty straightforward. Just for now, to keep things simple, we're just going to go straight to the star system. But first, so MRBC rating, basically, if you want an A rank, you need all assault mechs. Our stats there, which have nothing. Every week, which is how the game measures time, every week there'll be a new news thing, just for a little bit of fluff. And also every week, so we got our current balance, which we started with. Per cycle expenses, that's per week. That's how much money you lose every week for maintaining your mechs and your pilots. Now, when you do anything, so a mission, or in this case jumping to a new star system, it takes so many weeks. So a mission takes 1 week, you need to pay, 1 week worth of that. If you make a jump, depending on how many weeks it takes to make that jump, you need to pay money for that. So we start off an Outreach, which is owned, finger quotes, by the Wolves Dragoons. It's a neutral planet. We got Halaron, which is a cheap, short jump away, with 2 very easy missions. These are very, very simple to do and earn you a bit of cash to start off with. Eton is a little bit further away and has another easy mission. The difference is, though, Eton... I generally do Eton second after Halaron, because the Eton missions do ramp up in difficulty rather quickly. So, make the jump, and we're here. This is the orbital view. So, it's a new week, so as you can see, we've got a new newsfeed. So that was week 1, and week 2, which is about the Capellan March in the Federated Suns. Yeah, the whole backstory of this is in 3060, there was the Federated Commonwealth, that's the one, Federated Commonwealth, between the Lyrian Commonwealth and the Federated Suns. They joined an alliance. Now, Archon Katrina Steiner is the Lyrian Commonwealth leader, and she assassinated one of the Federated Suns. I'm a little bit rusty on the lore, but yeah, she's kind of started the whole civil war with an assassination. And now the Lyrians and Federated Suns are at war with each other, and ultimately you're going to have to make a choice to side with either Steiner or with the Davions. So, should I spoil? Nah, I won't spoil it. Let's just say that it heats up fairly quickly, and by the end you need to make that hard choice. Anyway, so we got 2 missions. Offshore, which is defending an oil facility, and Checkpoint, which is running through the mountains.
Our main opposition in this engagement will come from Halaron 5 militia.
We're taking offshore.
Units. A large task force of naval vessels lies several miles off the coastline, consisting of 2 destroyer groups and the aerospace carrier Indignation. The Navy is not expecting any resistance, so a good bloody nose should send them packing. Alright,
so it's a carrier battle group. That means you'll be hit with aerospace fighters and VTOLs. VTOLs are basically just choppers, aerospace fighters are fighter aircraft, that's the kind of terminology. For the most part, you'll just be hit with patrol boats and hovercraft. And as you can see on the map, we got our dropship up in the left, that's where we land. The nav points that we'll have to go through, generally just pass a nav point and then you move on to the next one and you kill what's ever there. Now, as for mechs, it's our starting loadout. None of these are modified, so they're all stock. So we got 2 Wolfhounds, which I'll take 1, which is a good extended combat mech. It's equipped with lasers, which don't need ammo, so it can stand a firefight for a long time. The Osiris, which is a very good fast attacker, and the Flea, which is a really cheap scout. The Osiris has got a couple of missiles, so it packs and punch. Wolfhounds with their lasers, again, packs and punch. The Flea, not so much, but we need it to round it out. So we're getting paid 1.75 million, which is fairly good. Now, as you can see there's a drop fee as well. Depending on the tonnage of mechs you drop, you need to pay that amount before you go into the mission, in addition to your weekly pay. You can also set day or night, which doesn't make any difference. So if you're low on funds, you probably might not be able to launch the mission. You need to sell off some stuff. That can catch you out if you if you try and buy some of the best equipment right from the get-go. So that's part of the reason why I'm launching just with the basic stuff. So let's do this. Just hit launch, and